Hello and welcome, all you party people out there. We are the Mighty Misfit Menagerie.
Cast. Cast.
What?
Due to an unfortunate absence of one of our members, we decided instead of going forward with the next episode of Chronicles of Darkness, which will answer a lot of questions, and I just don't want to do it because it's important and I don't want everybody to be there for it. We decided to just go ahead and do a one-shot that is actually a one-shot from my home campaign, which I hope to someday bring to the channel. But we gotta get through what we're doing currently, and then we'll think about it. But this would be kind of like a free little semi-mini preview for 2 hours. The concept behind this one-shot is all of the characters wake up with no memories of where they come from and very few memories of who they are. You can ask my players, you guys have character sheets. Is there a lot on there?
No.
I have a name and something awful about me, and that's it.
Yeah. So they remember their names, some of their awful traits. They have their racial features because you can just look at your hands or a mirror and see what race you are. So I included those. And I believe that's about it on there. And when they start up the game, that's all they'll know. They'll have to figure out everything else as they play, including where they are or what's going on. So is everybody ready? Does anyone have any further questions? Did I forget to say anything? Somebody check me.
We know so little. I'm not wearing skates. I can't check you. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Hey, hockey jokes. Love it.
All right. So I guess let's just begin. Everybody, let's just go. Let's just do it. All right. You wake up. There is a radiating red light coming from somewhere in the very cramped room. For some of you, and a little bit more spacious for others of you. A red light emanating over and over and over again, an alarm, a loud noise. Some of you recognize it as an alarm. Others of you just hear a loud, kind of strange sounding bell going off continuously. About the first thing you realize is that you have no idea where you are, how you got here, or really where you're from. Some of you may recognize what's going on around you, but I'll just open up to role play at this point as you are in a small room. Some of you are more capable of understanding what's going on than others.
Falling out into the doors opened into this hallway here?
No, the door is currently closed.
I'm going to try to open it.
Yeah. So go ahead and make just a straight intelligence check for me.
Okay. So 11.
So that'll be a 12. Unfortunately, while you recognize the inside of the door and you recognize that there's a key panel to unlock the door, this is much higher tech, but you don't know the code to open it.
I start banging on the door. There's a problem. Somebody's sounding an alarm. There's a problem.
Can I try to open my door?
If you want to make an intelligence check.
Upon hearing that alarm, that blaring sound, and then Coulter's character yelling, I'm going to start reeling and just, and I'm just going to try to headbutt my way out of the room.
Jake, are you familiar with your race at all? Okay. I'll just let you know, you are a grung. So you are a small tribal frog from the jungles of Chult.
So how small is small tribal frog?
You're less than 3 feet tall.
Oh, can I just, in my screaming, can I just like shimmy out of the
I believe you do have a climb speed, but unfortunately, this is a sealed room.
Okay.
There's
Can
no
I just try
bars.
to shove the bars? I know I'm small, but I'm
take
very not happy.
one roll at a time, but yes, we can do that.
Okay.
Hank, what was that intelligence roll?
15.
Hank, you realize that you have some knowledge with these kind of things, allowing you to also add your proficiency bonus to this roll, making it for a total of 21. You said 15, right?
Yeah. Okay, so that was a 21. Okay, so that's 6. And I got proficiency somewhere. We're level 1, so proficiency's 1.
No, it's 2. Proficiency is 2.
Okay, so 21 minus 15, so that's 6. Okay, so that means, okay, so my modifier would be a 4 then.
If that's what your math, I cannot reveal anything to you, sir.
I think that's
All right.
my math.
Jake, you were
Yeah.
attempting to ram the door. Make a strength check.
Tree frog.
I know, so cute.
So my dice says 6.
Dice says 6. You rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Well, that is an 8 as you kind of bounce off the door.
But that
That's
means
a
I have
strong
some,
frog.
I also try to wrench open the door.
Okay.
Can I get a 13?
13, and we are on. Also, let me know when you. When you introduce yourself, I need to put your new name down. But
Oh, I don't know. I don't have one, but anyway.
that is a 16, 17, 18 for you. As you are able to dislodge part of your door from its frame.
That's using strength, not intelligence, probably.
Yeah, strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I'm sorry, was I able to get my door open?
Yeah, you rolled over 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pop off the little keypad and mess around with the wires in there, and your door hisses open.
Oh,
I'm gonna punch the keypad.
It kind of like indents and then slides out of the way.
I've decided
Okay.
this alarm needs to be addressed.
I stick my head out.
You see what you see on the map there, a row of cells. Several of them, debris or other things, have made their doors inoperable, or you also see a few of them look like they may have even collapsed entirely. Out of this wall in the ceiling, you see a large ragged hole and space and wind rushing by. Whatever's going on, you're doing it very fast.
Can I punch the keypad?
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, so that'll just be with my fist.
Yes.
Is anyone
I don't know
banging
how
on
to
their
take an
cell?
unarmed attack roll. I mean, I'm punching a wall right now.
Yeah, I
so an
just
unarmed-
wrenched mine open.
And an unarmed attack roll would be where Bellin. Yeah, so that would be no proficiency strength attack for you.
Okay, so that is a 9.
All right, so you hit that thing with a 10, 11, 12, striking the keypad, damaging it beyond all repair, and the light on your door goes out.
But it doesn't open?
It does not open.
Can I
I'm
get
just going to start slamming my fist against the door. Sorry.
All right, so Hank, you see one of the doors has been violently wrenched from the inside off of its frame and is hanging on by a thread. And then to your, sorry, I'm having to jump between screens. To your left, there is someone banging on their door, 2 doors down.
3 doors down?
This one.
Um,
You hear sounds of people from this one, and the one directly to your right is the one that's been wrenched out of its frame.
I'm going to go to the one that's 2 doors down
Okay.
and listen.
you hear tiny little fists just pounding away.
With a light distressed.
Can I get out of the door now?
With it wrenched in such a way, if you make an athletics check, you could probably climb out through the gap.
I demand to be released.
Where did that come from?
Over here.
Mm.
For ease of use, I'm going to hide these other tokens.
Okay, cool.
All the what could have beens.
There's some of those I'm glad I'm not, and some of those I kind of would have wanted to be.
There's a couple really interesting ones in the ones that didn't get picked. But
I get a 3 on my athletics check.
3+, because remember we add stuff. So 3 plus 5, 8. So you do not. You scramble up, you get your head out, and then fall back down.
I'm gonna try to open the. Where's my mouse? I can't. Oh my god! Every time, this one, because that's where I went first. I heard the pounding.
Okay, go ahead and make that intelligence with proficiency check again.
Intelligence with proficiency. Oh, so I got a 19, so I think it's a 25. Is that correct?
It is definitely a 25. You handily, this time you just kind of pop it off and you realize you can pull one wire and then the door slides open. And out tumbles Jake's character. Do you want to describe the picture that I sent you, if that's what you are agreeing on what your character looks like?
Oh, yeah. I agreed to the blind game before we started playing. So out tumbles a grung, a small, about 3 foot tall frog character, blue skin with some black markings, wearing
you're all kind of wearing the same clothes.
Okay.
So the pictures have clothes that you would have worn in your old life, but currently you guys are all kind of wearing like jumpsuits, like coverall jumpsuits.
Okay, jumpsuits. Some black markings, and then just big, deep black eyes on the side that, if you look closely, seem to be darting around quite fast.
Cute.
Hello?
Hi. Hi. I'm
Actually,
Chet.
I need to redo that voice. Hello?
Also, your languages are also listed on your
Yeah.
character sheets, by the way.
Is that in common, Hank?
Yeah, I would try common first.
Okay. Hi. Hello. I'm Chetan.
Do you know what we're doing here?
No, this might be in my own head. I can't really tell.
Hello. No, I can't do that sound. That's not it either.
All right.
You do see something stick its head out of that door that was wrenched free and then fall away again. You do hear a quite posh voice demanding to be let out.
I glance between the two and kind of roll my eyes at the posh voice and go over to the door that's been like wrenched open.
I'm gonna body slam the door because I am getting very frustrated. What do I need to roll for that?
Go ahead and make a athletics check.
Okay, so that was a 13.
So you get a 16. Not quite enough to knock the door off its hinges, but you hit it mightily.
Okay. Do I dent it?
You do dent it. One of your crab claws dents it.
And I am going to step back to go again.
At the sound of the big bang on the door, I run over to see if I can try to help get it open, because God, I want that sound to stop.
I'm going to the door that's wrenched open to look inside.
That one will not be openable via the keypad anymore.
I'm looking through the door because it's wrenched open, so I'm just like peering in. Like
with your height, you're able to kind of stand on your tiptoes and like look down into the hole. And inside, you see Helena.
I'm still a small creature, right? Okay. So I am a jet black kobold with green eyes, and I have wings. I'm a winged kobold.
Green eyes and ham.
Hi, hello. You didn't put me in here, did you?
no. Can I help you get out?
Oh, and also
Yes,
for the
please.
record, Hank, you should describe yourself as well.
Yeah, I probably should. I don't know what color I am.
I was
I don't
thinking
know.
more like for his character, and I don't know if you want to take this, but when I was in conceptualizing, I was thinking more like desert lizards and like Gila monsters and stuff because it's Eberron.
All right. So I would say I'm like kind of like orange and brown or orange and black spotted, like a Gila monster. And I'm bulky and taller. So I'm probably like 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall. Lizard man with frills.
6'7".
6'7". All right. Oh, it's on there. I forgot. Yeah. So 6'7", frills, almost 200 pounds. And do I have claws? No, I don't have claws. I have sharp teeth though. They're pretty
You
sharp.
have claws. They're more for digging than for clawing
Yeah.
people.
All right, can I help you out? Are you what? Do you need assistance?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna try to like shift the door to like.
Oh, with his assistance, Helena, you can make an athletics check with advantage.
Okay. Oh boy. 11. With that +5 that you've given me.
With
I'm very
advantage.
disoriented. With advantage, yeah.
Oh.
Well, with advantage, you rolled twice.
I know I did roll twice. I got a 3 and a 5.
Oh,
Oh.
so you already added the +5 to that?
Yes.
Oh man, that sucks. We'll say that even with like he sticks an arm in there, and together you're able to pull you free, and you guys both tumble onto the ground.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I get off you.
I'm gonna body slam the door again.
Okay, make another athletics check.
Sorry, I'm
Side
trying to give
note.
it
I've run
pauses
over
each
there.
time that I do it, but I was just like, I've got to go again. 7.
I immediately run to his door and start trying to wrench it open.
Side note: rehydrate time.
I know I did it as soon as it came up. It was a little bit ago. I was like, I don't want to interrupt the action, but I got it.
I just saw
Thank
it.
you, Cat Cone.
That's just Jake.
You tricked me.
I'm gonna go over. Okay, so everyone's out except Coulter's character. So I'm gonna go to that door, and I'll try to open it.
I'm gonna run over too, but I'm gonna grab the bar closest to the wall where it's gonna swing open, and I'm gonna climb and plant my sticky feet onto the side of the wall and just be like sideways trying to pull on it.
All right, so Helena and Jake, you are trying to use strength to open it. Hank, are you going to try and do the door?
I'm
just
gonna
trying to
let them do what they're gonna do first.
All
Trying
right.
to help. I don't know what I'm doing.
So Helena and Jake, give me 2 athletics rolls, and I will average them together.
What mechanic is that?
It's a Rio mechanic. We're in Rio's world now.
A Rio mechanic, if you will.
And let me tell you, this world is strange from what I remember of this world. It's a doozy.
I got a 10.
I don't want to talk about it. I got
It's
a 2.
rough.
Body slam.
You got a 2 plus Chetan. You got a 2 plus 2,
Plus
so
2, I
4. And then, okay, what's yours, Coulter? So we'll say you guys all did it at the same time. I'll average all of you guys together.
So that's a 12 total with the +3.
Okay. So that is a 6 average. So you guys do not budge the door.
I think so.
Oh well, if you stop banging on your door, I can attempt to help you open. If you just calm down for a second.
Yes, we're here. We want to help.
There is a huff from behind the door. Yes, that would be greatly appreciated.
All right, make your intelligence check with proficiency, Korth.
That's a 22.
So he has shorted out his door, but quickly you go over to one of the other working doors, attach a cable that you have to kind of yank on to get out of there to another door, use that to power it to override the lock mechanism, and then have the door hiss open. Coulter, do you want to describe Bellin?
Standing in a haughtily flustered position behind the door stands I don't believe I have a height listed on mine, but roughly around 6 feet, tall, blue-skinned, nearly elven-looking man with manta ray-esque fins connected beneath each of his arms that come down to his sides and off of his back. The kind of pale blue darkening as it goes below his face into more of an azure, with then red striations coming off of his pecs and continuing into a design down the wings themselves.
And the craft class.
And I didn't know they were there yet. Sorry. I thought there was level 5.
You just can't use them as a class feature, but they're there.
Excellent.
You're just not good with them yet.
And off of the elbows on each side come 2 large crab claws that are now kind of hanging limp at the sides as I stand with my arms closed. Which of you is in charge of this vessel? And is that alarm for an environmental issue, an engine issue, or some sort of weapons malfunction? How much danger are we in?
We don't work here.
I just woke up and opened my door. I don't know what's going on.
Did you say we're in danger? Oh, I knew it. I knew we were in danger. And then I run from the wall up to the ceiling to stick.
Kind of pointing up.
Okay. I fly up to you.
That sound means we're in danger. And as much as I'd love to meet all of you, I think we should probably address it before whatever it is kills us.
Oh, and to be clear, Helena, your wings are not strong enough to hold your weight yet, so you cannot actually fly yet.
All right.
Well, my apologies. I'll lock you back in and then go deal with the alarm and then come back if you think it's that important for me to do that.
I am going to push past him and make my way down the hall to see if there's another door I can find.
He kind of seems like he's in charge, even though he was last out.
Kind of seems like he's a dick.
I'll stop being a dick when I know our lives aren't in danger anymore. Apologies for the inconvenience to whatever your sensibilities are. Is this door at the end of the hall open?
He's right. There is a loud alarm going off right now.
Don't do anything important. I just have to let out my whining puppy just real quick. I'll be right back.
Is the door unlocked or is it locked? Okay. Well, I can't open it. So I'm sorry for being rude, but can you see if you can let us out of here or something?
I guess I can try. If you would, kindly move out of the way.
I step against the wall, kind of flattening the wings and claws to let you past me.
Hopefully she uses her puppy pad and doesn't find one of my socks or something. Anyway, where was
So Korth has moved to the door at the end of the hallway and is going to attempt to open it.
So when you approach this door at the end of the hallway, it does automatically open. A language that none of you understand kind of plays as the door opens.
Can I roll perception to see which way the alarm is coming from?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll that for me.
In the meantime, Korth is fascinated by this door that opened on its own and is trying to figure out how it happened.
Nat 20.
So that's going to be a 23. It seems to be coming from multiple places. As you look, you realize there are tiny spots on the walls where the sound is emanating from, but it's coming from multiple places. Okay. There seems to be small boxes up near the ceiling that is playing the noise, and also where the lights are coming from, because it is also flashing red over and over again.
Okay, so so it's not clear what direction it's coming from.
It's coming from everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
It's coming, so to explain it in real life terms, it's coming through an intercoms throughout the ship.
Okay.
So I said that with my climbing speed and my froggy, weird amphibian legs, that I scamper up around onto the ceiling. Is that true? Did I stick?
I believe grungs have that ability, yeah.
Yeah, they can stick.
Okay.
Is he not strong enough to use the stickiness yet?
He is. Yeah, he is.
Still up there. Can I run out and leave the room and then
Shade table for one.
can I make like an intelligence check to see if I can run over and stop the boxes that are hollering in my skull from doing that?
You may make an intelligence check, yes.
I have a feeling it's going to be comical in some way. That's a nat 20.
It's actually a 19. You are able to remove one of the boxes because it's just connected by like some wires that you don't understand what those are, but you're smart enough to know that those are important. So you yank those out, and that particular box stops making the noise. But you then realize that there are several others that are still emanating the noise.
Korth would like to do an investigation check on the door
Okay, make an investigation check.
to figure out how it worked.
You also
That's
have proficiency in that as well. You discover.
An investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think I rolled a 10, so I think that's a 16.
It is a 16.
Hells yeah, boy.
You realize that whatever is powering this, it's definitely not steam powered, and it definitely doesn't have any kind of magical foci. You're briefly aware of like free electricity. So you get the feeling that it is powered by electricity and magnets that cause it to open. And then there seems to be some kind of sensor, maybe some kind of arcane eye. You're not 100% sure, but definitely something at the top of the door sensed you approaching it, which sent the signal to open the door.
This is fascinating. I've never seen this before.
I'm going
It's
to try
definitely either magical or much higher technology than you're used to.
I'm going to approach this door as it is closest. Process of elimination.
Okay. So you open that door. It opens automatically, just like the other. And in this room, you see several dead creatures. And the entire back wall of this is kind of like an observation platform. So there's windows. And you discover a few things from finding these windows. Let me first show you guys the pictures of the dead creatures.
Must you?
Oh, tasty.
Yes.
I want that for dinner tonight.
That makes me very uncomfortable.
And then also you look out and you are hurtling through the air, and you seem to be heading towards an impact. But strangely enough, the world curves in on itself. And this is just an example. I don't know if this is the best example, but in a Dyson sphere. So looking at this picture, the ground is on the inside of this sphere, and in the center there is a large sun in the center of it. And you are flying through the air, like in between that sun and the ground below you, heading straight towards more ground. So literally in any direction, you will eventually hit ground from what you can see.
This is bad.
No.
All right, we have to either find a place to hold up and try to survive the crash, or a way to get whatever this thing is not falling anymore.
Polina and Jake, the only term you could use for crash is like maybe a wagon or a ship crashing against rocks. Being in the air, it seems weird that you would crash and not fall.
Sure.
Wh-
This is all very weird.
What are we gonna crash into?
As I pass him, I'm just going to say, the ground, and keep walking.
I'm going to look what I assume to be like out in front of the ship, and just, there's no ground. Oh, okay.
I finish examining the door, and then I'm going to come in the hallway and follow.
Also, players, I do
Mentor.
apologize. As this map is from 1989, it does not have even squares, so it was impossible to fit it to a grid on Roll20. So you kind of have like free movement with your tokens. They won't lock into place. Just because I had to turn the grid off because it did not fit the map.
Do these doors open automatically?
Yes, they do.
What's in here?
Okay, so you see that big rectangular that says 1?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to show you a picture and then describe it. So in that rectangle is a giant one of those creatures, so bulbous with tumors all over its body that it can no longer get onto its feet. Crawling out of said tumors in a sick kind of tearing them open way are these tiny little creatures, several of them taking chunks out of the larger one as they notice you and kind of come to attention.
Nope. And I'm going to keep walking.
That door remains open unless it hisses closed. But Korth, you know that if something in there wants to get you, it could just open the door unless you do something.
Does he like say anything about the door? Because I don't know what's in there.
Oh, sorry. Well, I thought you guys were with me. I apologize. I would not recommend going in there. There's some sort of strange crawly things that are like the dead things in the back of the whatever this is. It's not the control. Whatever runs. Just close
I'll
it.
walk up to the door and look in, and upon seeing that, can I attempt to
Several of them scuttering towards the door.
lock the door?
Make the same intelligence check, but with disadvantages. You have to do it very, very quickly.
Very, very quickly.
I'm gonna run past the door. Yeah.
It was a joke.
That
You
is
can run.
14.
All right, you were able to disable the door, but you're not sure how long that will hold because it's basically just like you powered it down. It could still probably very easily be forced open.
Can I punch the control pad?
Yeah, you can make an attack roll against the control pad.
Four.
All right, that's going to be a 6. You punch the wall next to the control pad.
Don't go near the door. And then run past it.
What is in this room here? I see several doors, but I don't know what the 7 is.
Okay, the 7 is a hexagonal glass tube that's leading up into the ceiling.
Okay, that one's going to be beyond me. Shoot, trying to figure out. Can I roll like investigation or something to try to figure out what it does?
Yes, you can.
Okay, straight. That would be a 5.
Okay, so that is a 8. No, you have no idea.
What are you trying to figure out?
So I'm proficient in investigation?
What the tube does.
Not necessarily. You can make that assumption, but not necessarily.
I have a +1 to intelligence.
Because there are some skills because of your background that aren't in normal D&D. So because you come from a high-tech background, you might have certain proficiency in other things.
Oh.
Okay, but I have a +3 to an investigation roll.
In this particular instance, yes. It might not have been an investigation roll, is what I'm saying.
Interesting.
Okay. So that's similar to how Hank got extra for something else that he did earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna keep walking past it and just go, I don't know what this does, and go to the next door.
I'm going to the tube because it looks shiny and pretty.
I'm just kind of okay, and I'm just going to stay near that bend, watching out down that hallway.
You see you hear scratching sounds, and you do see the door kind of like be forced open before it closes again. Like something's trying to open it, but they just don't have the strength. But it's getting wider and wider as it goes.
I think maybe we should run.
It's a 19.
A 19. You were looking at a glass wall.
Well, that's what my roll was. I don't know what.
Oh, okay. We'll say it's investigation, so we'll give you the. Yeah. It's
6,
an elevator.
So it's a 25. Yeah.
It's an elevator.
Okay.
It's an elevator?
It's there's an elevator here. Should we take this?
Yes.
Jake and Helena, you don't know what an elevator is.
What is that? Is it gonna eat me?
It's an elevator.
I'm gonna turn over to. It goes up and down.
I get it. It elevates us. Okay.
Yes.
It goes up and down. Okay. And
Come on, get inside. Get inside.
I jump in.
It's kind of a tight squeeze between the giant lizard folk and the.
Oh, I didn't get in
elf.
it yet.
Oh, okay.
I was ushering them inside.
But the two characters and the lizard folk can easily fit inside. It would be a bit of a squeeze for you.
Okay. Just send it back down or something when you're up.
Okay.
Squeeze
And
in.
hurry, please.
But
So
Due to wear and tear from the spider-like legs of these creatures, you realize with your investigation that you got earlier that if you take your hand and move it up in a certain portion of it, it will raise it up. You do so, and you are raised to 14 over here on the second floor.
Okay, and I watched him do that.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I have a question. Hold on. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure yet.
Was
He's
it a platform
formulating
that raised
the
them up, or
question.
did they just raise into the air? Okay.
It's a platform.
Is there a platform that's there now?
After they exit the elevator, it does come back down.
I will get in and copy his motion.
Do I don't know. This is kind of meta. Did I touch the grung? Does that matter?
He would have since he's wearing a suit, unless you touch his head, you're probably okay.
All right.
Can you stop it from going back down? It went back down automatically before.
Yeah, maybe. Can I try to?
Whatever is.
I'll go back down. Oh, go ahead.
Whatever control, whatever is making this thing work, it's not inside the elevator, so
Okay.
you're not sure how you can disable it.
Can I try to break the pad where you do the flicky thing?
Well, as far as you can tell, that's just more of the glass. So,
Okay.
like, there's no pad there; it's just glass.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get it.
And we can see around us, like it's not darkness or anything. Okay.
Well, it's that red light.
This is just clearly like a long hallway.
Yes, with doors going off of it.
Okay. Well, I'm going straight to the door at the end of the hallway because door at end of hallway probably means important.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Based on where I'm from and what I've seen there, can I do some type of common sense check of where I would think like the control center for this whole place would be?
You can, but it would be high DC because you haven't seen the outside of it, so you don't know the overall shape of the thing.
Fair enough. Okay. Does this... okay.
Wait, are these stairs
Where?
at 17?
Yes. Yes, they are. Sorry, this is such an old map.
Well, in that case, I would rather go up than across. Little friend, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go ahead? Looking down at the what are they called? Cobalt.
First, I go.
All right, I'm gonna go up.
Easy.
Okay,
don't leave
so
me. Don't leave
17
me.
takes you to 2 on the 3rd floor here.
I'll follow.
Okay. I figure highest point trumps end of hall. So I'm gonna go highest
I'm
point.
just gonna grab the grung and like put him on my shoulder.
So you do know, Jake, that you are poisonous, so that might be an opportunity for you to tell him that.
I do have poisonous skin. As you go for me, I jump out of the way up against the wall, and you may not want to do that.
What I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm just trying to speed things up here. We need to leave.
Thank you. And then I start to, like, as I'm on the wall, do that like circle thing that dogs do when they're happy. You may not want to touch me. My poison. Sorry.
Thank you. I apologize. Thank you.
Go ahead and make that insight check for me, Hank.
Insight?
Yeah.
For what?
To see if you can figure out where the control
insight
of the ship
or
was.
Intelligence or investigation.
Insight.
Wait.
I said insight. I
shit.
said what I said, bro.
He said what he said. He said what he said.
Shit. Okay, that's a 16 base.
So 17. You are pretty sure the end of that hallway would lead to the bridge of the ship, or where you would pilot it from, based on how long that hallway is. And you were in storage before, so like you kind of assumed that one here on the 2nd floor would be where you control the ship from, and you're heading up to more of a observation deck, possibly where weapons would be kept on a normal ship of this type.
I would relay that as we're walking up the stairs. I don't know if this is the right way to go. If we're trying to figure out how to stop this thing.
Well, then you go to the end of the hall, and I'll see if there's weapons. I'm sorry, I'm inflexible. My character trait is I'm inflexible in my thinking. So I've decided the highest point is most important, and I'm going to the highest point.
Fair enough.
Run into 7.
Actually, I wouldn't be upset that you said that, though, because I want to know how this thing works. So I'm actually happy to break off.
There are in that little kind of like lever looking thing that you walked up to, Jake, there are so many pretty little lights.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Seeing the grung approach that, I'm just going to yell, "Don't touch anything."
I put my hands up and then put them behind me, and I just start like kind of not twirling, but like dancing back and forth in place, looking at the pretty lights.
Is there anything else in this room, or is it mostly that like wall of buttons?
You see these giant, what look like high-tech ballistas, with ammunition everywhere, and then several other side rooms.
And those are like mounted full.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're for attacking other ships, for sure.
Okay. I think I'm not advanced enough to have like spaceship knowledge. I would have like airship knowledge, but that would, I think, that would still make sense to my brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check side.
But they're all pointed at walls, so you're not sure how these are meant to hit other ships, as this is all enclosed.
I try to open the door into that room 6.
This one?
Yeah.
So you open, that door does not open.
Ooh, what did that tall guy do? How was he getting the doors open? Oh, God, think.
I'll try 3.
That one does open into like a storage room the contents of which seem to all be in like sealed boxes in a language you don't understand. So you don't know what's in any of these things.
Shoot.
Hey, your door open. What's in there?
Boxes. I'm going to go over to 4.
Boring.
4 is also locked. This one seems to have a kind of glass panel on one side where the numbers usually are.
Intelligence check?
Sure, give it to me.
I'm gonna. I gotta know. I'm gonna run over to 5.
That's an 18, and I had a +1 on intelligence before, so 19.
Plus your hidden +2.
Okay.
So 21. That seems to be a place where you would put your hand.
I reach up and put my hand on the the scanner.
A beam of light kind of runs up your hand, warming it as it touches it. And then you see red letters come across the top of it in a language, again, you don't understand. And then the door opens. Inside, there are racks and racks of the strangest crossbows you've ever seen in your life.
That'll do. And I'll just call back to them, weapons, and come in and grab one. I'll grab 2 so I can give one to the other guy.
I grab one as well.
They're a little big for you, but there are smaller ones that are like handheld.
I grab one of those for Frog Buddy.
But you keep one of the big ones.
Do we have pockets or anything in our jumpsuits?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're kind of like flight suits or jumpers. They have pockets.
Okay, I'll put a small one in each pocket then and sling a big one over my back. 2 big ones, one for the other guy. Hello.
Should we go back down?
Well, let me. Jake was opening 5.
Oh.
Jake, as you open 5, you come across several tables with parts of people on them, where somebody has been surgically removing parts of people in very similar clothes to what you're currently wearing.
Oh no, not more of this. Oh. As I'm walking around trying to like.
Here you go. Here's a weapon.
I take it from her, careful not to touch her, but just the weapon.
With him standing and keeping the door open, I'm going to like grab him by the back of the scruff to pull him back so we can find our friend, but like by the collar thing.
Yeah.
Is the door still open to see what's inside of it?
Yes.
All right. Well, that is how I got here. So no emotional reaction to that.
I'm going for that last door.
Hang on 2 seconds, Hank. Can you roll a D8 for me?
Who?
You.
Oh, shit.
As we change scenes, I just want to say to the grung, little one, I understand you're upset, but we must keep moving.
I got a 1.
1? It's been bugging you for a while, but along your forearm, there is an elaborate, what you at first thought was a tattoo, but as you focus on it, the pain of it is even more intense. It feels as if you just got that tattoo. It's like that level of pain.
Oh, okay.
I will also let the players know each of you, regardless of your race, have a bonus feat. So that is also something you have to try and figure out.
Can I try to, like, I can't figure out what it says?
It's not necessarily in a language per se. You can make an Arcana check.
Okay. That's an 18, so I think that's a 22.
Just give me the math that you're using. I'm sorry.
So I think
18
that my
plus
intelligence modifier is a 4.
Okay, it's actually you actually add an additional 2 to that.
Okay, so I'm proficient in Arcana. So this is actually a 24, not an 18.
You immediately have a flash of memory where you were ostracized by your tribe because you bear an aberrant dragon mark.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Do I remember what it does?
No, if you do not.
Do I remember how to activate it?
No, you do not.
Okay. All right.
You just know that it ruined your life. That's all you really remember.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. All right. Love it. Well, I'm going to ignore that for a little bit, and we're going to go try to open this door. Right there.
That one it takes you, like, you've gotten so used to it at this point that I won't even make you roll for it, but you open the door and you see one of those creatures bleeding black ichor out of a grievous wound as he tries to fix something. As he looks over at you, he hisses and starts yelling at you in a language you don't understand.
I'm kind of scared, but also kind of angry because I'm confused and this pain in my arm. So we're gonna, like, I don't know, out of instinct, I'm just gonna like fling my arm at him and see if something happens.
All right. Make a straight D20 roll. Just give me a D20. Let's just see what happens.
That's an 11.
All right, with an 11, now make an attack roll using your intelligence modifier.
Plus proficiency?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 19.
So a bolt of pure black force erupts from your hand as you do so. The pain in your mark turning to like third degree burn level pain as a bolt of force rips through the creature's head and it falls limp to the ground. After a few seconds, the pain goes back to the dull ache.
Do we hear the screaming?
No, not over the sirens, no.
Okay.
I'm going to move into the room then and examine what's going on. What he was working on.
He was working on, it seems that he was working, make me an intelligence check, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
There's 2 characters who would have known exactly what was going on, and none of you got them.
Intelligence or straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence plus, I'll give you half proficiency for that.
Okay, so I got a 9, so that would be a 13 plus 1, so 14.
14. He was obviously trying to fix the control panel to get control of the ship, but as he was probably the only one capable of doing so, you have killed him.
I walk up and kick his body.
They are medium-sized creatures, so it's a little bit of an effort, but you move him out of the way, and you see the most complex series of wires, gears, gizmos, crystals that you've ever seen.
I go down to my hands and knees and start investigating it because I want to know how it works.
All right. We will go back to the others because you will be there a while.
Hey, I'm going to try to get both of them to come with me and go back down the stairs.
Follow.
Do you both understand?
Go ahead.
Do you both understand how to use these?
I don't remember anything, so I'm not sure, but I can try. Pointy end that way, right?
How do you?
Yeah,
sure. How do you use what?
What she handed you?
What did you keep that?
She handed you what Jake would recognize as like a kind of futuristic looking handgun. What your character sees, I do not know.
A futuristic-looking handgun.
Because you are not only from a low-tech world, but you are also from a very primitive culture.
I
like
look
you guys use spears. Like this is way beyond your.
Yeah, I look at it. I go, I've done this before. Oh god, yeah, it happened to my tribe, and I hawk a giant onto it, and I throw it against the wall.
Make a D20 roll for it.
That's a 17.
A 17. It does not explode. It just clambers against the wall and falls.
Just like looking on in horror.
I'm not going to give you a weapon again.
Don't give him
Just
a
stay
weapon
behind
again.
me.
Stay behind her.
There were a couple items that kind of looked like spears with no spearheads in there as well, but you didn't grab any of those.
I run over, pick it back up, and put it in my pocket again.
Which this is the first time you've used pockets, so you think that's fun.
Yeah. I'm like holding it for you guys, and then I put it away, and then I show my hands again.
Hey, I don't know what sort of magic is at work here, so please do not throw it again.
Until I need to, yes.
No. Just, come on. Go down the stairs and kind of lead the way with one of the larger ones, like at the ready. I don't totally know what it is, but it's enough like a crossbow that I think I can figure it out. Mm-hmm. The character thinks he can figure it out.
Yeah. He knows in his mind that he knows how to use it.
Yes.
And he won't be convinced otherwise.
He's inflexible in his thinking.
So I am going to continue down the hallway since that's where we split up.
I follow.
Hank, you are so enraptured with this mechanism and really just taking it apart to see how it goes back together. You've set up several little piles where you're putting things in an order that understands to your mind that you could put it back where it came from. And so when you come out, he has mostly disassembled just like a machine. And you
the alarms
notice
are still going?
Yes. And you notice, Bellin, through the observation of the front of this thing, that you are mere minutes from plowing just face first into the ground.
We need to find
This is fascinating. Do you see all these different pieces? I mean, I don't know.
Some of them are arcane, some of them are electric-based. This one seems to be a clockwork of some kind.
Is there anything? This side of the ship is going to hit the ground first?
Yes.
We have to get out of this room and find somewhere to brace.
But I haven't put it back together yet.
You don't have to put it back together. There's no time. I'm just going to run back out of the room.
Everyone make me a perception check.
For the record, we have pockets.
Yeah, you have pockets.
I'm grabbing whatever components I can and shoving them in my pockets.
So your pockets are now bulging with just random tech bits.
I'm
Par for the course. That's my
happy right now.
Are you also making your perception check, Hank?
Yes, I rolled a 7.
All right, so Hank will add +2, and then everyone else I will give you your pluses.
Mine was a 14, or mine is a 14. I think last time it was +3.
Yeah, so you're at a 17.
Okay.
What did you get, Jake?
I got a 1.
Oh, so you get a 3. And Helena?
11.
So yours is a 14.
I have a +2, not a +3 or a +1.
Well, so you also add a +1. I was trying to say that you have proficiency in perception.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what was your roll, Hank?
A 7, so that would make it a 10.
Okay. So Bellin, you notice on the wall, thankfully in pictograph form, that there is an emergency escape plan with arrows. And you were able to figure out from where you are, because there's like a red dot that shows a thing, and then an arrow, that leads back through this hallway to room 6, 8, 9, and 7. And it states there, and it seems to be an escape plan of some kind.
Down on the lower deck?
No, on this current deck that you're on.
Oh, room 6, 8, 9, and 7. Okay. I will, I'm going to push the grung back down the hallway towards those doors as he's coming towards me.
There's more of those handprint scanners on these ones.
I'll slap my hand on the first one I get to, so say 7.
Inside, you find what seem to be circular hatches into the wall. Several of them have green lights over them. There's 3 in this room. 2 of them have green lights. 1 has a red.
Okay, I'll put my hand on the 6 then.
Oh, is that not the one you opened? I'm sorry.
Oh, I opened the 7, sorry.
Okay, so the 7, there's only 1 with green lights, but 6 and 7 are almost exactly the same.
How big are the circles?
It's big enough for a medium-sized creature. Even Hank's character could fit into one of them if he crawled into it.
I'll just yell back down the hallway and forward up the hallway. I think this is the only way out. There's no time. Please come.
I go.
All right, Hank, decision time. Do you abandon this or do you die a horrible fiery death?
I think that I am smart enough to realize that I'm going to die if I stay here, and that I have
You are very smart.
done what I can to at least preserve some of this tech, and I have some tech to explore. So I'm GTFOing.
Okay.
I'm bamfing down that damn hallway.
Okay. I'm going to try to guide the 2 little ones to the first 2 pods or whatever is here.
Well, you're just holes. I mean, they're just circular doors, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had to like open them or something.
You can open them. It's another handprint scanner.
Okay. I'll try to, I don't know if anybody else has handprint opened these because I don't think we've tried yet. So I'm going to open both. I'm going to open a door for each of them.
Inside seems to be kind of like a sleeping bag sized, but with like a little bit room where you could lay down flat inside of it.
Get in quickly.
Oh, this is going to ship me off to my death. As I get
on the inside, once you're laying down, the ceiling of the thing, as you're lying down looking up to it, lights up with a green handprint, but of the handprint of one of those creatures. But you can definitely determine that it's a handprint. Okay, so there's 2 and 6, 1 and 7. Those are the only 3 that you have found. If you try and open the red ones, it won't open.
Okay, I'm going to go to 8 then.
Oh, can we fit?
Yeah, me and the frog could probably fit in one.
Yeah.
If you wish to do so. Do you do that?
Is there anything in 8?
8 has 1 green light as well.
Oh.
When you are both inside one of them, the handprint turns red.
Oh.
Goodness. I'll go into the other one. We're going to be okay. And then I go into the other one.
All right.
I'll make sure that the giant lizard man knows that there is 1 in 7, and then I'm going to go get in the 1 in 8.
Yes, that's...
Who has pushed their green handprint? When you press your green handprint, there is a horrendous noise, like a fireball going off, and you now, for the first time, feel the inertia of shooting through space. So you are falling inside of whatever this thing is at an incredible speed.
Is there a window or it's like just a capsule? Oh, okay,
It's just a
sounds
capsule. Has everyone pushed their green handprint?
Yeah. It's like that's the only thing that I have that I know about. So put your hand on the hand thing.
Even over the noise, which for the first time the alarm isn't going off inside these little things as you're hurtling through the air, you hear a ginormous impact from outside of your pod, and you feel your pod shake and veer, and then your pod slows, and remains still.
Bunch.
Is there any way to open the pod from the inside?
So I'm gonna
There's
press my
a
hand on the
display,
handle again.
again, in languages you don't understand, but it seems to be measuring things. And then after a few moments, everything comes back green, and you hear a hissing, and the top of your capsule shoots off, and you are on the ground, all four of you in a neat little circle near each other.
Go check on everybody.
Oh, I still have the guns on me.
In the distance, you can see the smoldering ruin of a ship that looks much like this.
Creepy.
Ooh.
I'm gonna sling one of the guns off of my shoulder and toss it to Lizard Man.
What is? Oh. Okay. I'll sling it over my shoulder.
And then I'll also hand him one of the pistols that I got. So
I go to shove it in my pocket and then realize, and then I'm just gonna hold it.
Now that we're on the ground and I'm out of immediate danger, I am Berlin.
Hello.
I do not know what I'm doing here or where here is.
I'm Korth.
Korth.
Oh, hi, I'm Chetan. Are any of you here to kill me? I hope not.
I'm Sicky, and I am not here to kill you. I mean, if I was, I have decided not to do that.
I cannot entirely say whether that was my purpose or not, but I don't remember my purpose, so I would assume you were safe.
I mean, I would think that we all just help save each other, so why would any of us trying to kill each other?
If you knew my luck, you would know.
All right, so next step is food and shelter.
Yes. So as you look out on the this map is strangely appropriate. As you look out, you realize the ground is so dry that it has cracked. The closest thing to vegetation are these strange, knobby, tiny little trees, which seem to be moving in a slight breeze, as far as the eye can see. But for the first time, for those of you who didn't look out the observation window, you can look up and see, as if looking out from a high mountain. Above you, you can see land. To the left, you can see land. To the right, you can see land and vast oceans. You seem to be in some large archipelago on a larger island than normal. On the horizon, on the same island that you guys are currently on, because it curves away from you, you can see the entirety of the island, essentially. You do notice a large patch of green in the distance.
And this makes sense to us, or this is totally...
This is totally not
different.
Normal for any
Okay.
of you.
Oh my gosh.
I think maybe we should head towards the green. That
Green is
would
generally a
maybe-
sign of life, so that's not a bad idea.
If there's water in there, I would appreciate that.
Actually, like a good maybe 500, 600 yards, you do see the ocean.
Yeah.
Towards the way of all the green?
Oh, no, I mean, like, you're on an island, and you're very close to the beach of said island.
Oh, cool.
Do you need water soon, or?
Yeah. At some point today, or I may face my imminent demise.
But if it's the sea, it's salt water. Is that bad for you?
DM?
For the purposes
Puppy
of
sounds
your
happening.
class feature, I'm sorry, Mike, they're playing. She's
That's cute.
squeaking.
like,
for the
"Don't
purpose
kill
of your
me."
class feature, that would hydrate you, but it would not be drinkable.
Right. That's what I was looking for, is the class feature.
Yeah. Or racial feature, I should say.
Racial feature. The salt water would work.
Well, if we need to go towards it, then we can certainly do that. Yes.
It's
Can I
Start
get
running
perception
towards it.
checks from everybody again?
it's close enough. It shouldn't take us too far away from the green. 16, and that's with my +3.
Ditto.
12.
16 on the dice roll, because I don't remember what the modifier is for me.
You're fine, Chetan. For you are looking at +2 to that.
So 18.
So everyone who got above a 15, even though the trees are moving, you realize that there is no wind currently. The air is very stagnant and not moving.
Wait, who knows that?
Anyone who got above a 15 on their perception.
There's no wind, but those trees, they're moving like there is wind.
Why would trees move like that? That's not. How would that work?
How does any of this work?
I don't know. And I think Korth is just gonna kind of like sink down to his knees and just like kind of like look in circles and just like realize that none of this makes sense, and he's wants to know everything.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just none of the how are we? How did this? What I don't. These
Hank got a really shitty flaw for going to a whole new world. That doesn't make any sense.
He's eternally curious.
so many questions.
If Hank wants to share his flaw, he can.
It's I must know how everything works.
Okay.
So like I literally am like, how the fuck? Like
You're not even sure how gravity works, Hank. You're like, how is gravity working?
I think that's why I'm like literally just like there on my knees, just like staring, like what is going on? None of this makes sense.
I'm gonna get down to his level and just say, we can have panic attacks when we are safe. We are still not safe. Little one needs water or he's gonna die. The rest of us need to get to green or we're going to die.
That's how you learn. You by observing and traveling and looking at things and making observations.
Did he just say we're gonna die? And then I'm gonna run to the ocean.
No, wait! I'm gonna run after him because I'm worried something's gonna kill him before he gets there.
My flaw is fucking something.
Do you want to share it?
Yes. It says, I've seen so much suffering. I think I am losing my mind.
Oh my god!
My little emo froggy boy. Oh.
Bambino. Yeah, I'm chasing after the frog.
Oh, emo Bambino.
You get to the ocean, and you, so focused, Jake, do not notice. But Bellin, you notice something move just under the surface of the water as he approaches, coming up from the shallows, casting a shadow about the size of a particularly large dragon, moving closer to the beach and then stopping as it watches him get closer and closer.
I'm going to try to grab his suit.
Make a strength check.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay.
And Chetan, make a dex save.
19 for my strength check.
Okay. 19. Do you need the plus or?
+3.
Okay, good.
For my dex save, it's 11 on the dice.
Okay, so that's going to be a 10. You are yanked off of your
What?
feet.
He's bad dex and he's a frog? This is crazy.
I
randomly rolled all of these stats.
He's a
Like I
clumsy
said,
tree frog.
not all of them are great.
Some characters are not built well.
So holding him off the ground, I'm just going to say, I'm sorry, but if you got into the water, something bad may have happened. We're going to have to find another stretch of water.
Bellin, make a perception check.
Shoot.
Because they
I
can
should have
come
just
on
turned
land.
and run. It's a 4.
All right, Chetan, make a perception check.
That's what I get for using the Roll20 roller.
10.
10? All right, that is a 12 for you. So,
no, 10 total. 8 on the dice.
Oh, okay. So moments while you're giving him that talking to, the shore is still like maybe 10 yards away when you stopped him. But before you realize, tentacles shoot out from the sand, wrapping around your feet, Bellin, and they make a strength save.
Okay. So that is a 18 plus 3 from my strength.
You are able to maintain your feet and yank your legs out of the thing's clutches as you realize the tentacles raising out of the sand to strike again.
Nope. And I'm just still holding on to him, just sprint back towards the others.
Chetan, how he's holding you, you can watch as a large form with several eyes kind of like crests out of the water and 4 more tentacles, and then slowly a mouth that is just a circle with about 32 rows of teeth going down it starts spinning as you hear this horrible keening roar as it reaches for you, and Bellin is able to get out of its tentacle range as it gives up and turns back to the ocean.
I
Poop yourself?
What color are my trousers?
You guys are all wearing deep green jumpsuits.
It is not brown.
Acceptable, not ideal.
He's a frog.
Something like that would be in the water just waiting for me. And I like try to wiggle around onto his back and like hold him where it's safe on his clothes.
That makes it easier to run.
It's particularly difficult because Bellin's manta ray takes up most of his back, but you are able to do it without harming him. And also your suction cups don't really have the poison on them. It's mostly your back. But you guys get back to the others, and all of you saw that creature. Even from this distance, it was that large.
So green?
Green.
Go.
Okay, I'm gonna start moving then. I'll start towards the green. Sorry, I thought Hank was like looking up into the side, and I was like, I don't know what we're. Okay.
No, he's still like
Let's
thinking so many thoughts. So
okay.
I just grab his hand and hope that he comes.
I'll follow. I'm not gonna like.
Oh, okay.
I'll follow. I just like I need someone to like tell me what to do because I'm not paying attention.
He's beautiful minding it right now. All he sees is like equations. And
Okay.
Like he's just doing math in the sand. That's all he's doing.
If I took that ship back home and did this and moved this here, would this do this? Blah, 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 blah.
I'm making a mental to-do list. Find better source of water for the frog. We have to get shelter. There has to be food.
So you're not sure, as like you've never lived on a Dyson sphere before, so it's harder to gauge distance than it normally would be. But does somebody want to make a nature check?
I was just going to ask
I would
if I
love
could
to.
do.
As I'm on the back of,
Why not?
I'm on the back and getting
We
carried.
should all make them.
Let's
and
all make
see what our things are.
I have a nat 20.
Okay, for Bellin, that's a 23.
I have a 18, and I think that it's a 22.
It is a 22.
Fantastic.
Does that mean I'm proficient in nature? Because my intelligence before was a +1.
I mean, if that's what your math tells you.
You told Hank when he was proficient.
I mean, that would be a fair assumption, is what I was saying with that.
I specifically gave him my math, though, of like this plus that equals that.
Got it. Yeah, so I had a 20
I learned how to
plus
play
1,
this system
now
last
+2.
time.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No.
No.
I learned how to play the system last time.
Okay.
Chetan, what is your
I
nature?
didn't. I got a 4.
Okay, so that's a 6 for you.
Thank you.
I got a 2.
That is a 1 for you.
Oh,
Oof.
what is this frog good at? Goodness. Poor
We
little
haven't done
buddy.
charisma at all yet.
That's true.
Watch,
is
he's like a
awfully
fucking badass paladin. Like, I smite you with my poison.
Okay.
His stats wouldn't be terrible for a paladin, but anyway, so yes, Bellin, with your super high nature check, you realize it would probably take about 3 days to reach the green.
I'll start slowing my pace at that and trying to assess if there's a better way to find shelter around us.
Behind you is just wasteland as far as the eye can see.
Okay. So, update. It's going to take 3 days to reach the green. I don't see another option, but does anybody else?
Do I see anything else? Can I?
Not with your one. Your one, you are still thinking about how many times that thing would have to chew you to like make you into a slurry.
Can I attempt like a survival check to see if I can like scavenge water or food from anywhere around?
Let's all do that.
I will allow you to do that. Yes.
That sounds very forced.
Should we all do that?
If you want to cheese the system in such a way, you may.
Cheese the system by doing a survival roll?
Well, no, by having everyone do it so you get more
Oh.
options. That's what
Well,
I'm saying. Because
well, we're
usually
just-
one
we don't
person in the
know.
party would do it, yeah.
So
That's all
I
I'm
I'm
say,
not going to
yeah.
do it because I'm still convinced that the green is the best option.
I just read an article.
I
about
won't
that.
do it either. I don't really care. I was
Oh,
trying
no.
to figure out my stat, but okay.
You should.
Okay.
I got a 15.
15. Survival is
Damn.
wisdom based, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Chetan, that's a 17 for you.
Ooh.
I got a 10, so I think it's a 11.
It is an 11.
Okay.
8.
8. So for you, that is a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
Survive.
She will survive.
You know that there might be water under the surface, but given the nature of how cracked this ground is, it would be deep beneath the surface.
Okay. I think our best bet is to press on.
Okay, we can try and approach one of the beaches again and hopefully not find whatever that was. Fair?
Mm.
So maybe make like a line to the other. Are we equally close to both shores or closer to one?
You're closer to the green than the rest of the wasteland. Oh, you mean you're definitely close to one shore. The other shore is very far away. Not very far, but far.
So I want to try and set a path for us that's like diagonal. So we're still heading towards the green, but like cutting to the ocean. So we're not losing too much time trying to get water.
So you can see that in about a half day, that whole side of the island turns into a particularly steep mountain.
Like going up?
So let's say west is the one you're close to. The eastern shore, about a half day's walk north, is going to be a mountain range.
Okay.
So the whole eastern side of the island is a mountain range.
So, okay, but I'm going like northwest so we can get to water and close to the green.
So staying close to the shore, essentially.
Just because we have to get him water at some point, so I figure it's better to try now.
Make a nature check. Bellin.
Nature.
That's a 7.
Never mind.
Goodness.
Hank, your mind
is
is going
cursed.
crazy with all of these things. Make me just a straight intelligence check.
Um, 23.
The mountain range in question, it's hard to tell from this distance, but it looks as if somebody cut a mountain range sheer in half in a straight line and then put it up against the rest of this island.
So there's like a literal like straight edge and then like mountains.
Yeah. With the straight edge being the one that's touching the island. So to climb that mountain, you would have to go straight up.
It's a sheer
the entirety
face.
of a mountain, and then it tapers down the other side.
Does mountains don't do that normally, do they?
No.
Do what?
After he points it out, it's pretty easy to see.
Would that block us from getting to the green?
No,
Okay.
because like I said, it's like, so the green goes right up against that sheer.
So we just have to stay, we would just be forced to stay on this side if we choose this side. I don't see a reason to go on the other side. We don't know what's
Because the
over there.
mountains
It's
do-
farther away from the water.
Yeah, and the mountains go straight into the coast. So like if you were on that side, you would literally be fighting an incline as well as trying to go forward.
Okay, so hold on a second.
It's clear that we have to stay on this side and keep moving forward.
So
And to
there's
the
an
coast.
island, right?
Yeah.
This is ocean. There's forest here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Green.
We're over here-ish, something like that. We're closer to this side than to this side.
Yeah, it's much bigger than this, but yeah.
And then the mountain is where? Like here? Okay, so this edge is mountains.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need, so we got to continue up to here to the green.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for the map, Hank. That was very
I mean,
But I think
it's not the
I had-
greatest, but like,
I had intended to have a world map before I ran this one shot, but I'm not as good as Incarnate as I thought I was. So
it's all good.
Well,
And
I was like, I hope we're not beholden to knowing this land because I am not figuring this out. So good job. Yeah.
So my request is that we go this way so that we
And
can
then follow the
both move.
coast.
Well, more so just to get to the coast so we can dunk him in the water and then head towards whatever the straightest direction to the forest is.
well, and keep in mind, you guys are about 500 yards from the coast right now, because that's why
Okay.
you walked over to the ocean and then had to run back. So you're actually really on the coast right now. But
Oh, so let's inch our way towards the water heading north and
See what happens.
see if we can not get eaten by something.
Okay.
so you guys head out, and about 2 hours into your walk, you start to notice the light dimming.
Shoot. That's bad.
What? How?
The sun is still there. It's just
What
not
is
as
going on?
bright.
How does this?
I wonder if it's meant to simulate night.
But the sun is still there.
But it's not really a sun. It's something else. We're somewhere else.
Then what is it?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out.
In another 3-4 hours, the sun completely goes black.
Should we stop while it's dark?
Okay.
Well, do we get to the
question.
water so we could dunk him in?
I mean,
Can any
the
of us
ocean's
see?
right there.
Yeah.
Can any of us see?
I can.
With dark vision, yeah.
Okay, so I can't see anything.
Oh, and there's no stars.
Oh, God.
Oh, shoot.
For those of you who come from cultures with airships, on one of the far islands, you do see what seems to be a particularly large city, like the lights of said city.
Wow.
There's civilization here.
It looks like.
Is that good, or is it gonna be out
Oh.
for us?
Were we being
Both.
brought here or rescued from here?
Let's go. Let's go.
Is there anything in the water that looks dangerous now? I just want to make sure he gets in the water before he dies.
Well, the water is black as pitch, so you cannot see anything in the
Okay,
water.
so maybe not till the morning then. Can you survive till the morning, little person?
You
I
were
think
fully
so.
moistened at the beginning of this adventure, so you have 24 hours.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Moisturize me.
Moisturize me, Captain.
Is there anything around us to like make a fire? I mean, it seems like
There's
it's
those weird
desolate.
trees.
that were swaying.
I'm gonna go investigate the trees.
Okay. They seem to be made out of wood. As you approach closer, it kind of stills.
Hello?
The tree says nothing.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. That is a perfectly reasonable response to the situation you are currently in.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to one of the trees. And like I just want to feel it.
It feels like dead wood.
Like dead wood, like super hard dry.
Yeah.
No like give. Okay. Can I try
No, there
to
is strangely some give. Entirely too much give, but it is definitely hard.
Oh. Okay. Well, can I try to knock one over?
Yeah, make a strength check.
Like how big are these things?
They're about the size of mesquite trees, and if you don't live in Arizona, I'm sorry.
They're like 15 feet tall, 20 feet tall.
No, much shorter than that. Mesquite trees, mesquite.
Yeah, like the mesquite trees in my parents' yard are 2 stories tall.
Oh, no. I'm thinking like the tiny little brush mesquite trees that you get in the valley.
Oh, like the bush ones.
Yeah, they're still like 4, 5, 6 feet, but
Okay. All right, cool. Okay, strength check. So I rolled a 12, so I think that's a 14.
okay.
Is that right?
Just straight strength, yeah.
Okay.
You aren't able to uproot the tree, but the branches you're holding as you push, the bark cracks kind of like an M&M shell, and your hands squish into something that you cannot see in the dark.
If I'm watching this, can I see anything?
You see that he is squishing some branches between his hands. Did you go with him?
I'll go with him.
I don't know where you're from, but our tree's supposed to be squishy inside.
No. And I shoot the tree. It's not supposed to be squishy. It's bad.
You shoot the tree and it goes clean through.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
I mean, I'm not going to make you roll it unless you want to roll an attack.
I would like to roll for that. That's what we're doing here.
Go ahead.
Is that a dex roll?
Yeah.
Might that be a dex roll?
Okay, that's a straight 3.
Ew.
Okay. So you missed the tree with a roll of 7.
Not bad.
The weapon feeling comfortable in your hand, its operation like a distant memory from your youth.
Okay.
Can I continue breaking a branch off?
So the crunched bits of that you did have fallen off to the ground, and Bellin, to your dark vision, like in its place is something slick and wet, but it's black and white, so you can't really tell. And when the bark comes off, it comes off with like strings of wetness before plopping to the ground.
I am going to walk up to the spot that he cleared and like put the barrel up against that and fire again.
You immediately see what seems to be, to again describe it in real world terms because I don't know how to describe it, a translucent purple solid substance just for a split second as the light shines off of it.
Like Jello?
As if it was filled with purple Jello, but slimy Jello.
Oh.
Okay, this isn't great.
I sniff the Jello.
Let's try to eat that shit. I'll do it.
I sniff it.
It smells sweet.
I lick it.
It is. Have you ever tasted grapes before?
Maybe.
It smells like grapes and slightly off meat.
I mean, I'm lizard, so that's not abnormal. I don't know if I would keep eating it. I just wanted a lick to like determine.
Learn something about it.
Should do we think the stuff that fell off, will this burn?
It seems to have all the properties of wood bark.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go around and crunch a couple more trees to like get a decent pile of wood.
When enough of the branch is exposed, the purple retracts into the trunk, leaving behind an empty shell that falls to the ground.
That'll do.
That's disturbing.
Bellin, you have dark vision, correct?
Yep.
Make a perception check.
That is a 17. 14 plus 3.
You realize that the purple flesh on the inside of it and where knots in the tree coincide, there are tiny little openings that kind of like suck at the air as if it's eating something on the air.
Oh, God.
And as it is exposed, you kind of hear like thousands of tiny little mouths kind of like sucking at the air as it's pulled back into the trunk.
Sake.
Let's burn this quickly. Carrie, how big is the branch?
I mean, it depends on how big of a branch you guys went after. You know what I mean? Like, so there's plenty of, like, if you work at it, the tree doesn't seem to fight back at all, but you could, in theory, get all of the bark off of a tree in like maybe an hour.
Okay. Yeah, let's try to get at least like 4 or 5 branches so we can get a reasonable fire.
I help.
Okay.
And we can use the bark as kindling or something.
I think I can help there too.
Do any of you have a fire starting apparatus? Or do we just shoot it?
I think about fire.
Are there any rocks around?
And something about that just makes my belly feel really warm. And I unleash dragon breath.
So,
Is that cool?
Helena, I hate to break it to you, but your breath is acid.
Oh, it's acid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So did I just douse it with acid then? I tried to help. I can't.
Are there rocks around?
I mean, acid's flammable, hopefully.
Well, you have to collect more branches as the branches you have are currently boiling in acid.
Fantastic.
I help with that too.
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
If it would have worked, that would have been really amazing, but at least now we know we can point you at things.
Okay.
Are there rocks around anywhere?
There are rocks, yeah.
Can I grab a couple rocks and try to spark them?
Yeah. Eventually, you guys get a meager fire together.
Okay.
But you also realize that the temperature has not changed in the slightest.
Well, that's good, I guess.
But at least
I've
now whoever
noticed-
doesn't have dark vision can see.
I've noticed, but I'm trying my best not to say anything because I don't need more questions in my life.
It's cool. Yeah, I think we should just surrender to the chaos.
So who wants to take first watch and who wants to take second?
Maybe I should take it while the fire's still bright since I can't see in the dark.
Which of
Okay,
you
I can take second.
Oh, sorry. Which of you can see in the dark? I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I can see in the dark.
Okay, so frog and lizard first, dragon and me second.
I'm a kobold.
Well, actually, question. Wouldn't it be better to have someone who can see in the dark on both watches?
Okay.
Well, I see Coulter's thought process in that and the fact that more than likely when they take their watch, the fire won't be bright enough. So
Fair
if
enough.
you have the non-dark vision people in the first watch, they have the fire to see by, whereas the second watch might not.
Fair enough.
But as I think we've reached the 2-hour mark, I think that's where we have to end this starter adventure.
Cool.
Madness.
Hopefully you guys have been filling out what you've been figuring out on your Roll20 sheet. So if we ever come back to this, you have that information. But
have been. I have
When
filled
we
out all
come
my
back,
assumptions.
because I want to.
Thank you, everybody. This, like I said, was just a little one shot that we did because we had an open slot. We might come back to this in the future. There's still one survivor of the crash because we have another 5th member of the stream that we have not met yet. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you to all our patrons, which list of patrons is...
Thank you so much.
Definitely Scott.
Thank you so much to Sparky, David, Daniel, Scott, Rio's mom, Alistair, and Sean. You guys are awesome.
And we'll catch you on the flip side and come up with the tagline eventually.
Yes.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Good night, everybody.